hopefully this works. I have like my camera balancing on a thing, which by the way, I did find the charger for my good camera, so yay. I just wanted to rant a little bit. So I have a coworker who is married and he's like in his 40s. And his wife has been dealing with health problems before I even had started on that particular position. I mean, it's the same job I've had for a while, but I just switched to a different position, and part of it was just getting away from some drama and trying to help my anxiety and be on a different, be on a schedule where I could actually spend some of the summer with my boys, and when they start school up, some of the weekend, because by moving we also, I lost my one day I have with my babies. So I compensated by switching to a different position. But anyway, so he and I, you know, we've talked, we've had, you know, really interesting, like, intellectual conversations before. We've had political conversations and stuff, and it's really, you know, for me, it's like the conversations I like having with people where you actually learn from each other and stuff, and you know, it's kind of nice. Well, his wife, I guess has been getting jealous or whatnot, because, like, I guess because he told her, like, he likes me, like, but, like, in, like, he means it from, like, the sense of, like, you know, he likes me as a coworker, not, you know, that way, but she, I guess, took it some other way, and I guess she feels threatened by me. I mean, I'm not the only, there's only 3 of us on that particular shift, 2 women and him, and I guess because the other one, she's, you know, older, I guess his wife doesn't feel threatened, where me, I guess maybe because I'm younger. Anyway, our supervisor is having to talk to him about some other stuff unrelated, and my female coworker was concerned about, you know, that coming up and me maybe losing my job because of it. And oh, Layla, you're being so cute. And I kind of was just like, what is it about me? Because this isn't the first time I've had something like this happen. And in fact, this is really, like, I have no makeup on. This is how I usually go to work. I might throw my hair up in a bun or a ponytail. I go to work with no makeup on. I am usually in, like, jeans and, like, a t-shirt or one of the work shirts. So very unflattering, you know. But I've had people hit on me just being in my pajamas and still morning breath and hair and all. And so I was like, what is it about me? You know, woman to woman, what is it about me that causes people to be so, what is it, threatened? Like, other people's wives feel threatened. And she thought about it for a long period of time. And she's like, you're nice, you know? And that really fucking pissed me off, because it's like, I've been a complete, total motherfucking, and pardon my language, bitch to people, and I still have had this same thing happen. I've had issues with clients in the past. I've had issues with other coworkers. I've had issues with just fucking people on the street. My entire life, like, since I basically got boobs, and I've had boobs since the 3rd grade, you know, and it pisses me off. It brings back memories of when, you know, I was basically molested, and the other parents were saying that it's because I am a sinner. I must have been thinking sinful thoughts, which is the reason I got boobs, and then the reason why I was raped. And, you know, so it takes me all the way to that. And it really pisses me off. And I'm just going, why is he threatened? I am fucking gay. Like, what? Do I have to hurry up and get a girlfriend so she doesn't feel so threatened? And then, of course, Callie and I were talking about that yesterday as well. And Kelly made a really super good point of, well, if she can't trust her husband, why is she with him? Like, as Kelly put it, like, you either trust your spouse and you're with your spouse because you trust them. But if you cannot trust them with someone of the opposite sex, or maybe even the same sex, depending on, you know, if you're gay or straight or whatever, but just being able to trust them with someone else, like, and not trust them not to do something, why are you with that person? And then also the other thing too, like I was thinking about, is you really need to, everyone always blames the other person, you know, in those kind of situations. Like, I'm usually the one that gets blamed. Like, it's my fault, I did this, I did that, and it's like, what am I doing? Just being my fucking self. And I'm sick and tired of not being myself because of shit like this. And it's like, no, I have decided and made a promise to myself I am going to be 100% me. So I'm not going to deal with that. But it pisses me off, and like, as I see it, you know, you either need to go, okay, can I trust my spouse? Or you also need to look at yourself and go, why am I feeling this way? Why am I jealous of that other person? What is it about them that makes me feel this way? So I just wanted to rant and get that off my chest, because that really pissed me off. And it's not that I'm too nice, because I've been a complete fucking bitch in the past, and I've had that same shit happen. It has nothing to do with me in particular. Like, yeah, I do come off as a typical person that a lot of people do feel comfortable around, but part of that is I am very open-minded, I am very open, I am very blunt with people, and I usually get one of two responses. Either people get really thrown off about that, and so they tend to like go and venture off, or I get the polar opposite, and people are drawn to me because of that and because of my personality. And usually most of the time it's the later and not the earlier, but I can have, like, you know, conversations with complete strangers on the street, really in-depth conversations, and that's just me, and that's just who I am, and that's my personality, and I do not want to change that at all. But I also have to live with the fact I am in a society that constantly deals with that and constantly like makes assumptions about other people and judges them and goes, well, she must be being a little whore or something because of that. And it's like, no, why can't you trust your spouse? Like, for me, like, one, I am not even interested in him because he is married. You know, for me, that is a complete, yeah, no, he's not available, wall. Two, I'm gay. He's a guy. So, I mean, like, as my mom just said on the phone a little while ago, she's like, well, you've had kids, so you went that way once before. And it's like, what is wrong with this society? Seriously. Just, if you start thinking like that about someone, please just first look at yourself, look at your relationship, and consider why you're feeling that way, and is there an actual legitimate reason behind it, or is there something else deeper within inside yourself or within inside your relationship that is causing that insecurity? Because as the other person that usually gets attacked and gets blamed, it does not feel good when all I'm trying to do is just go to work, get my shit taken care of, pay my mortgage, take care of my family. That's all I am trying to do. Me personally, that's all I'm trying to do. And that's all I do. I just show up to work, I do my fucking job, I clock out, I head home, I go to bed, I wake up, I spend some time with my kids, I eat maybe, go back to work, same thing. I do that 5 days a week. And part of the reason I had switched to the night shift was I was just so sick and tired of the stress and the drama that I decided to switch to nights. And then you know, the extra bonus of I do have time during the day to be with my kids. I can go on a weekend adventure with them and still have work later that night. Like, so I don't know. It makes me really emotional because of how so judgmental people are when really they should be looking at the bigger picture. And it needs to stop in this society. We've gone to a point in our society where we'd rather judge and assume first, and then we lose so many things. We lose a relationship, we lose connections, we can destroy someone else's life and shatter it on a simple, stupid assumption that we have about someone. And we really need to stop doing that and reflecting on ourselves. So the next time you are in that kind of a situation and something like that happens, I would rather you first look at yourself and then look at your relationship and really question why you're feeling that way, and does it really have any value, any evidence, any actual truth to it, or is it something else that is inside yourself and there's something that you need to work on, and you need to work on in your own relationship. Because if you really think that that person's going to cheat on you, and I will tell you this, part of the reason I'm still single is because a good majority of the people that have either asked me out or I've gone on dates with, I go, you know what, I don't think I could trust this person. And that's why I cut it off. I have to be with someone I can trust. And if I cannot trust that person, I'd rather not go there, and I'd rather just be alone. So, really, people, we need to start working on ourselves first before we start judging the outside world. Thank you, and have a great night and day, or whatever it is where you're at. And God bless, God is blessed. Blessed be.